Welcome everybody to Tarot Tuesdays. My name is Rainy Day. I'm a generational licensed psychic medium here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And every Tuesday at 12 p.m., Michele Tell, the incredible Michele Tell from the Signs of Tarot, we bring you astrological predictions and we talk about career and love and the energy surrounding it, and we take your questions live, so make sure you post them here. This week I am using the Moon card. I wonder why. You ask why? July 23rd is the full moon. The full moon is a really incredible time for illuminating the things for you to look at within yourself, those things that do not serve you, those limiting beliefs. You know, a full moon is representative of a cycle of completion, and it allows us, the full moon allows us to release and let go of all of that, lower vibrational energies, negative frequencies, limiting beliefs, self-sabotaging, and doing some of that shadow work, letting it go, releasing it. It gives us the gift. It is a gift of removing that which no longer serves us. And it really allows us the ability to complete those intentions that we set, so that, you know, you can move on to something new. That releasing and letting go during the full moon will give you a feeling of higher vibrational energy. You will feel more like yourself. You will be more like yourself. And what a relief it is to send your intention to the universe, completing and freeing you of any blocks. It's important that you believe that your intention is in motion and the universe is working in your best interest. And what I love about this Major Arcana card is, you know, it's illumination. It also helps you look at different illusions, look at the fears that we bring into our life, those weird anxieties. You know, that's in your solar plexus sometimes, your subconscious. It helps bring some of those things in your subconscious that limit you, that aren't of your highest and best. It helps increase your intuition. But reversed, when it's upside down, and I call it upside down because that's what it does to us. It puts us upside down. Don't you love this card, Jamie Sawyer? I think she's retiring these, so Jamie Sawyer _336. These are Sawyer's Path Tarot. They're incredible, incredible, incredible. A lot of energy in these cards. And upside down, I call it, is the release of fear, and it's repressed emotions, you know, things that we just keep inside, we don't let go of, that are really only hurting us. That's what this card is all about. It's, you know, it's that inner fight, that inner confusion. And so we want to flip you back up, and we want this time to be used to its fullest. So as we go through each astrological sign, you know, take what resonates and throw the rest away. And what I love about Michele is she truly tells it like it is. And wouldn't you rather know than not know what's coming? So get ready, stay tuned, grab a pen, write some things down. If you have a question, don't forget, post it here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell to be notified of all, because we've got a lot more beautiful things coming up. We're just getting started. Help us share so we can continue to bring you this wonderful content. We will see you in. Ready for it? Come on, Spirit. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining our Tarot Tuesdays in our new time. I like this new time. Michele is joining us, the beautiful Michele Tell from Signs of Tarot. And this week we are using the Moon card. And normally I just pick from the Major Arcana and just go with whatever spirit directs me to go. But I know the full moon is coming up, and this is really a pivotal full moon because we're coming out of that 2020 energy, and we are halfway through 2021, and this is an illuminating time. So Michele, welcome. Tell us who you are and where we can find you.
My name is Michele Tell, and I'm a student of Rainy Days. And I'm with the Signs of Tarot. I'm an intuitive tarot reader. I have several gifts that have evolved over the last 10 years, mainly my clairvoyant, my visions that I receive every day, and my clairaliance. I get smells. It's crazy. In the middle of the night, I'll wake up and my room will smell like lemons or gasoline. It's not always pleasant smells, but it's a complete connection to my sense, probably from past lives and for all the people that I read. So I am the Signs of Tarot, and you can find me at www.thesignsoftarot. We record these on Rainey's YouTube channel, but I too have a YouTube channel called The Signs of Tarot, where I do daily reads for the astrological signs through the eyes of tarot. And check out my Instagram, where I take real life photography of day to day, and I compare those real life photos to a tarot card read. And right now I'm just doing something really funky. I'm taking all the album covers, fun ones, like popular ones from the 60s, 70s, and 80s and 90s, and I'm comparing the cover art to tarot reads. Anyway,
it is so cool. I go and check it out. I'm like, did she post another one yet?
I have about six that I'll be doing. I mean, I researched the album, I researched the artist album cover, but I'm just so getting into the Alan Parsons Project. They have been one of my all-time favorite bands for 40 years, but I never realized that every single song that they write connects back to metaphysical world and the world of tarot. It's been really fascinating. They have this instrumental called The King of Swords. I'm going to post that on my Facebook later on today. That is just one of the most incredible instrumentals, and you feel like it's the King of Swords. It's just really incredible music out there connected to tarot.
I'm getting chills.
Def Leppard too, guys. People don't realize Def Leppard, every one of their album covers is a tarot card. They have a song called Mirror Mirror from one of their debut albums, High and Dry. That's all about the twin flame journey, and they were writing about that in the early 80s, late 70s, before it became a mainstream world. So anyway, there's a lot of music out there that connects with tarot. It's kind of fun.
It's so cool that you're talking about twin flames, because I have to tell you, quite a few people at the end of June, most of July, they're going through twin flame burnouts, like it's going up in flames. So there's something going on with the twin flame. You are right on, girlfriend. And I also had a dream the other night that you are going to start hearing spirit.
Wow.
Clairaudience.
You'll be the first to know for sure. You will be the first to know if that comes. I mean, the visions are like movies to begin with, but I love our Tarot Tuesday. Rainey always selects a top major arcana that she really dives into the tarot reads. I'm using 6 decks today. I'm using my double Rider-Waite. I'm using my Golden Tarot. I'm using my affirmators. I'm using a lot here today, but we usually pick a card for love and pick a card for career for every astrological sign. And then Rainey does an interpretation through the major arcana. And I just want to bring up the moon. This moon, this Friday, is very important. It's known as the buck moon. And why is it the buck moon? Because bucks will start sprouting their antlers starting at this full moon. It's like this full moon pulls the antlers right out of the buck's head. For me, I've always called this the moon of the rite of passage. It's turning from a young adult to an adult. It's changing your belief systems from your naivety to your wisdom of ancient thought process. It is the rite of passage moon, in my opinion, and it starts this Friday.
Yeah, it's a very important moon, because it's also about strength, growth, and shedding old beliefs. Those things that are no longer serving you. So really, really, I love that you said that, because it is. And the moon card, tell me about the moon card.
I mean, I love the moon card. The moon's always in the world of tarot represents Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. I could go so deep on the moon card, and I will throughout our readings today, but you see one dog and one wolf both barking at the moon, and the dog represents our logical side, our mind, and the wolf represents our primal side, our emotions. And you see them both equally barking at the moon, looking for change, trying to uncover different elements. But it's always said to me, whenever we discuss the moon card, it's always logic versus heart, mind versus heart, head versus heart decisions come in with the moon card always.
Yeah, and my favorite part of this card is the path that goes up to your higher self, your higher consciousness. It illuminates that path should you choose to go on that path. So let's get started. Let's go backwards this week. And if you have any questions, post them here. You don't have to wait for your sign. Just post them here. Let's start with Pisces. I am crazy about Pisces and Gemini this week. Spirit and the 9, because every morning before we meet, I have all of these channelings that come through for each sign. So I can't wait to hit Gemini and Pisces.
Well, Pisces, we're going to hit you up first, and we're going to use the Rider-Waite for your love card. And I just pulled, let me get a little closer here. I just pulled the Page of Swords. A lot about this card, okay? But we're talking love right now. Page of Swords, you know, we've typically, the tarot comes back from the 14th century, okay? 14th, 15th century. But we've adopted it to be a little bit more modern. Swords are all about communication and intellect. So whenever we get the Page of Swords, this is somewhat my stalking card. If it's in the upright or in the reverse. This is somebody who's checking you out. So this is also online dating. And this is also connecting emotionally with people online or through a computer. But this is also somebody watching you and somebody kind of figuring out when the best time is to approach you, Pisces. So I just want to give you a heads up, and I'm going to zero in really close. If you've watched any of these Tarot Tuesdays with Rainey and I, you know that birds and insects connect to both of us. But birds, to me, in this particular card, are all about the divine. And you have a cluster of birds hovering over your head. It's telling me to tell you, if you're online dating, you need to use your intuition. If you are going to meet somebody for the first time after online dating, make sure it's a public place. Obviously, make sure it's a public place always. But it's telling me with this cluster of birds flying above you to really connect with your inner sense, especially in the next week if you're doing some dating.
Yeah, and I love that because for me, show that card because it's blue. And for me, that's your throat chakra. That's speaking your inner truth. And to find a good match, you really have to do inner work and be able to speak who you are authentically, not what they want to hear. I would use blue calcite, clear that throat chakra, because this is your week. This is your week. This is your week. And don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Let's go to career for Pisces.
This is my Golden Tarot. This was my first tarot deck I got 30 years ago. And I still
I can't find that deck.
You know what? I'm on the mission to find it for you. Here, Michelle is on a mission. What do we have for you, Pisces? We have the King of Wands. All right, so let's talk about this. Let's say that this is your energy in a job right now. People are looking to you as the leader, debonair, smart, articulate, cunning, and very creative. I mean, it's a great week for you, Pisces, if the King of Wands is coming through as your personality in the workplace right now. It doesn't matter if it's king or queens. We both possess feminine and masculine, so there's no gender in tarot. I just call it the king because that's the card I picked up. But the truth of the matter is, this is a king that's extremely stable, knows where they want to go. If this is who you are in the workplace right now, it's an amazing place for you to be. If you are trying to get a new job and you are doing the interview process, work with me on this because I got to keep it raw and real. If you're a guy or a girl, you're too handsome and too pretty, and you're going to intimidate the person that you're interviewing with. What does that mean for you? Just be your natural self, be your perfect self, show your inner self so that your outer beauty doesn't freak out the person that you're interviewing with, if I'm making sense at all. Show your inner strength, show that you know how to do the job because you are striking to the person that you're interviewing with. And sometimes if the person that you're interviewing with is super confident, they love that energy. If the person you're interviewing with doesn't have self-confidence, your beauty, your handsomeness, your outer appearance may intimidate them. So if you are interviewing right now, like I said, I'm keeping it raw and real, and I always do. Make sure that you really communicate how well and articulate you know how to do this job and the assets that you can bring to this job. Okay, just sharing that with you.
No, I love that because for Pisces, it's time to join forces with others in a way that is gentle, in a way that where you can show up and because of the beauty without. I mean, we've all met that guy that just all of a sudden it's like we can't speak, right? Or that girl all of a sudden was like, oh my God, I don't even know what to do. So we just want you to come off your authentic self. And again, work on your throat chakra. So when you deliver who you are, it is received in the most beautiful way. Wow. All of a sudden, I just felt like arrows coming at me. And that is telling me to just monitor your energy, keep it close to you. And the moon right here, if you try something different, you're going to get a different outcome. And this is truly a liberating and transformational time for you so that you don't overshadow others. I just had a friend who has had this long, beautiful hair and this beautiful facial hair. And all of a sudden, after 5 or 6 years, just everything clean slate. And I swear
I
to you,
know that friend. I saw it on Facebook and I'm like, Joe, who the hell are you? I almost died.
right?
He's a completely different person. Oh my God. I really have to reach out and talk to him about it. I was just stunned.
He sent me the picture. I'm like, who is this?
I recognize him and I know him well and we connect intuitively on someone. I'm like, who are you? Oh my God, that was just wild.
And that's what the moon does. That's this time to truly liberate and transform yourself, because can I tell you, he's just as attractive, but in a different way. I mean, I love him from the inside out. He's just a beautiful person, but his outward appearance can be very discharging. So now he's not so discharging.
We're gonna call him after this show because we
Right.
had a moment with Joe and his whole change. I died. I'm like, who are you?
I know.
It laugh when you talked about outward appearances and that guy. Yeah, there's only one guy that's ever done that to me, and that was John Bon Jovi that I met backstage, and I couldn't speak, I couldn't breathe, I couldn't function. And I remember that moment. It was 1985 or 86. I remember that moment to this day. That that was the one that stopped me in my tracks, and I couldn't breathe.
And this is what you're doing to people, Pisces, and you don't even realize it. So
You
it's time to try something different and get a different outcome.
Love it.
Let's go to Aquarius, because there's a lot of relationship stuff going on with you, Aquarius, from what Spirit told me this morning.
Well, we got the 10 of Cups with my Golden Tarot. Okay, so for those of you in an existing relationship, this is it. This is your partner. The 10 of Cups is what we all hope to achieve. We want our 10 cups filled. That means we are at our happiest moment. We feel fulfilled. We have our sense of value. We are surrounded ourselves with the same value systems and people. The 10 of Cups is the cup of marriage. If you are engaged or if you are kind of dating someone kind of seriously, this has a chance to become the whole enchilada. So, I mean, that's a beautiful card for me to get. You know, if you're in an existing relationship, I'm going to pull another card just for the hell of it. Okay, 8 of Cups. If you are in just a dating stage, you get a bonus card, Aquarius, because I just felt like it. There are some of you who might be walking away. You might be realizing that this is not the person for you. So I have two very drastically different cards here, and they're only 2 cups away from each other. 8 of Cups is realizing that you're not mentally, emotionally fulfilled. So what I'm getting from an intuitive level, for those of you, sorry about this, you may be getting engaged, you may be presented a ring, you may be the person that is getting on their hands and knees and asking, and that person may step back and say, I need some time to think about it. So not to throw you off, but I got to keep it real because that's just what
I'm
do.
so glad you drew another card, because Spirit told me this morning that relationships are changing for you, Aquarius. They're just going to start to change. And for me, that can cause an inner confusion. So I just want you to really step out of your logical mind and flow with what Spirit is telling you. Like you said, walking away. You may have to walk away because relationships are changing. Let's go to career.
Using the affirmators, I got the Ace of Pentacles, great card for career. If you're wanting that job, you're going to get the call this week. If you are in an existing job, there's a chance that you're going to get promoted. And for those of you who are knee deep in the world of entrepreneurism, whatever opportunity crosses your plate, and I'm not getting this week, I'm getting in the next 60 days. So this is a 60-day card for you entrepreneurs, you business owners, and you free thinkers. There could be an investment or a business opportunity that's a definite yes from the universe. Again, I have to do my disclaimer, my legal disclaimer, don't place your life in the hands of a tarot reader. But the truth of the matter is, an amazing investment opportunity is coming your way, and it's a definite yes from the universe. Okay, this is also for Aquarius. You may be presented with a job opportunity within your existing job to try something new and different, or to open up a new segment of what you do. And you're scared as hell, and it's always scared to do things that are new and things that have not yet been proven. But it's telling me to tell you to go for it because you're going to set the bar and set the standard.
And look at that. That for me is my heart, the heart card, the green. You know, you have a lot of fears from past experiences. It's like if you've been in a car accident and you have like that, I hate to say PTSD, but you get anxious every time you either let someone else drive. Well, I just want you to step away from that fear because this is a beautiful time for you to illuminate those potential wonderful career moves or investments. And again, like Michele said, don't trust us. Trust your intuition. And that's what this card is about too. It's all about illuminating those fears and allowing them to just be released. Release that which no longer serves you. So I hope this helped. Let's go to Capricorn. Love, Capricorn.
Three of Cups, Cap, torn between two lovers, feeling like a fool. What were the lyrics from the 70s? Three of Cups. A lot of meanings with this card, and I'm getting in the world of love right now that you are a little bit torn between two lovers, somebody that is new, somebody that is past, somebody that you've dated a long time, somebody that is just pursuing you in the workplace. So look, it could be a crazy busy week for you, kids. You're torn between two lovers. There's two opportunities, two options out there for you. You know what? No one says you have to make a decision today, but for the safety, health, and mentalness of everybody in the three, you got to make your decision soon.
Yeah, and look at the pink is also reminds me of the heart and again the throat. You know, I want you to be open-minded about all of this stuff because when you can cultivate an open mind, it just allows you to adopt a new attitude, a new way of looking at things. So, you know, melt your heart and your throat together. Again, use that blue calcite. I'm seeing a lot of throat issues this week. Use that blue calcite to open it up and just be your authentic self. Let's go to career.
Chariot, rider waite, Chariot. A lot of meanings with this. This is forward momentum and quick momentum. So if you're moving up the corporate ladder, it may happen a little bit quicker than you think. But really what I'm getting is that you're going to be traveling for work. Now the world's opening up again and travel is starting up again. But whereas you might have not traveled for work, they may expand your capabilities within your existing job and you may do some travel, or you may get a job opportunity that's going to cause you to travel to do an interview, or you may get a job opportunity that you will have to travel and leave. So this is all about movement forward and traveling. Okay, to me, it's the best looking guy in the deck.
It's so funny you said that because I even wrote in my notes, expand your horizons when it comes to career. The yellow, the solar plexus, trust your gut, trust the path that you're on. You know, it reminds me when I got a job offer in Alaska, I was so excited, but the day I had to go, I had a pit in my stomach and I almost didn't go. And I listened to my gut. It said, you know what, Rainey, this is a wonderful opportunity. You know, expand your horizon, Capricorn. This is an opportune time for you. And it's so funny because this is from, I love these cards. This is from the Wisdom, oh, hello, Wisdom of the Oracle, Colette Baron Reed. And you can't make this shit up. Out to sea. Get on that boat and sail into the unknown.
You cannot make that shit up.
You can't make it up. Go for it, Capricorn. Go for it.
Got the castles and the fantasy are behind him, and he's moving
Yes.
forward. So it's kind of leaving the fantasy job or leaving the job that you thought was going to be everything, or leaving the career that you thought was everything because it really doesn't serve you, and you're charging forward towards something different. So I kind of always like to, you know, I'm a quadruple Pisces. I am one who defines living in fantasy. I live in a world in my brain that no one knows about. But sometimes it's okay to leave away the falseness, the fantasy, the whimsical, the woulda, shoulda, coulda, and going for something that's real. You're going for something that's real.
I wrote down this morning that the universal plan, and this is for you, Capricorn, is so much more expansive than our own minds can imagine. So step out of your own way. You know, that's another theme this week besides the throat. Step out of your own way. Get out of your own way, Capricorn. All right, so let's go to Sagittarius.
Love, what do I got? I got the King of Pentacles. If you are single, you're going to meet somebody very stable, and it's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. The King of Pentacles is the most stable king of the deck. It could be guy, it could be girl, doesn't matter, but its feet are firmly planted on the ground. The King of Pentacles is witty and bright and has methodically planned out their life. This is somebody that's coming into your life that has a shit together financially. 401ks in line, owns homes, more than one, owns cars, more than one. This is someone who has methodically planned out every penny in their life, but they're very, very, very methodical. And what might put you off a little bit is that this this guy or girl that may come into your life could be a little bit more quiet than typically the person that you date. You're used to dating a little bit more jovial, open. This is someone who thinks and calculates what they say before they say it. Okay, so don't be put off about the silence in between your conversations. They're really putting some deep thought into what they want to say and how they want to communicate it.
Yeah, and here's the other thing. Fear is coming up. Fear that how could this beautiful person want me? Fear that I might not be good enough. This is that shadow work that the full moon helps us understand. This is the culmination of everything that you've been working for. You deserve this relationship. Move forward. Let's go into career. Look at a lot of heart colors.
Two of Wands. If you're going for a new job, so we're on Sag, right? If you're going for a new job, it's you against somebody else. Okay, and how you're going to win this job, what's your tipping point is going to be, is to really show your jovial, fun side. The person you're up against in this job is very, very calculating, doesn't have a lot of personality, but has a resume that outshines yours a bit. How you're going to get this job, and you can and will get this job, is if you allow your fun, whimsical, joking, fun personality to come through. Because at the end of the day, the person that you're interviewing with wants to create a fun, healthy, cultural environment. So bring up the places that you've traveled, bring up the concerts that you go to, bring up the food that you like to cook, bring up the things that you're building in your garden. Bring out that side of creative side to you that brings out a little bit of a whimsical side in you, and you'll nail the job over someone who actually has more experience than you.
And I want you to try something different. Thank you, Grandma. You'll get a different outcome. And what I love about what's happening with you in career is I want you to set your intentions and plant those seeds. Because if you don't, they can't grow. That's the energy surrounding you this week, Sagittarius. Let's move on to Scorpio. Love.
I cannot see. My hair is like being crazy right now. I can't see. Seven of Cups. Many options. This is talking about online dating. This is talking about all of a sudden your phone's lighting up with all kinds of options. Not all options are good. Some options are jewels. Some options are the magical mushroom that will take you on a magical ride. Some of them are the winning wreath. Others are scary. Others are ghosts, someone that might ghost you. The others are snakes. So it's telling you that you have a lot of options in front of you. Whenever I see this card, it makes me laugh. It reminds me of the TGI Fridays menu at the restaurant. There's so many options you don't even know. You thought you went in there wanting a salad and it's like hamburger, Mexican food, Chinese food. What do I eat? That's what's happening to you right now, Scorpio, in the dating life. So what I'm telling you is to remove yourself from them and go back to who you want to be. You've written down the 10 traits of what you're looking for in your next relationship. So rather than being scattered with all these things that all these people have to offer you, go back to your root of what you're looking for, and then you'll find your answer. You'll know which cup to pick.
And don't settle. We have someone who asked a question, a Stephanie Angel, and she's Scorpio. She asked about love and relationships. So let's pull another card.
Ace of Wands, somebody new coming into your life, and we have the moon there, so it may be happening this weekend. The Ace of Wands, you see the rabbit jumping over the moon. I use these cards because they're fun and they're lighthearted, but they still have the depth of the meaning of the true traditional tarot card, okay? When we talk about the Ace of Wands, this is the hand of God, the hand of the universe, the hand of spirit, giving you an opportunity that you're not looking at. This is happening when you're not looking. This is, I might have said it before, it's shopping in the grocery store, dropping a thing of eggs, and the guy or the girl that bends down to help you clean up the eggs is your Mr. or Mrs. Right. Okay, but what it's also saying with the King of Wands is that got to keep it real. Make sure if you're a girl, your hair is done and your makeup's on before you walk out the door. And make sure if you're a guy, you're not wearing a smelly stained shirt. It's time for you to recognize that you're an attractive person and that you should feel attractive with yourself in your own house. Now, we all are guilty of wearing sweats and no makeup and looking like hell and not showering when we're by ourselves. But this is spirit telling me that someone's going to come knocking on your door, or you're going to cross a path with somebody that you least expected, and it's going to be your Mr. or Mrs. Right. So you know what? You got to be ready. You got to look your best. And when you look your best, you feel your best. And we all know that. It's like we could be locked in our house for 2 days and not shower. But as soon as we start feeling our best and looking our best, it makes our whole disposition change. It's time to flip your disposition. You have a chance of meeting somebody very special here very soon.
Spirit says, level up. Level up, level up. And so from Colette Baron, oh, you're kidding me. Soulmate.
Can't make this shit up.
You cannot. I'm getting chills. My butterflies are going to fly off my arms. So we want you to ask Spirit, recognize this person when they come along, because it may not be, because you have a type. It may not be your type, and we want you to be dressed to kill, because we want you to be noticed by this person, and we want you to notice this person. So ask to see, because I don't think it's the person that you're thinking of. You need to go and look at the blue again. Speak your truth, clear your throat chakra, blue calcite. Just, it's your time, girlfriend. It's your time. Get rid of the old, out with the old, in with the new. That's what the full moon is all about. So let's go on to career.
We still need to do Scorpio career. I'm going to pull that in. Knight of Wands. Someone's bullshitting you about a job. I got to keep it real. Scorpio, if you're up for a job and someone's been stringing you along, call back next week. Call back next week. Can you send another resume? Can you send another letter, of references? They're stringing you along. Time to move on. I mean, just really cut your time and cut your investment emotionally in this job. If it has not happened yet, if you feel that you're being strung along with your 7th or 8th interview, it's time to cut it. They're stringing along because they don't know what's going on with their company to begin with.
Cocktails. Yep, I agree, because the energy surrounding this is, I want you to trust the answers that you already have within you. Go into your solar plexus, listen to that gut check. You can't keep being kept. It's almost like I'm walking the plank every day when I go to work. Quit walking the plank. Tune into your inner guidance system and hear those answers, because you are not meant to be there. You're better than this. You are better than this. You are better than this. So let's go on to Libra.
Libra love. Couple meanings for the Queen of Cups I just pulled. Let me pull this up. If you're in an existing relationship, your spouse, your partner, guy or girl, it doesn't matter, is a little bit withdrawn right now in their emotions. So it's telling me if you're in a long-term existing relationship, you need to give a little bit of TLC and tender love to your partner that feels a little bit withdrawn. You may or may not notice this. They may put on a little bit of a happy face in the household or whatever you're doing. But this is telling me in your existing relationship, your partner is a little bit withdrawn. And this is one of my cards of drinking a little bit. If you see them drinking a little bit more wine, a couple more whiskey shots than they typically do, something's on their mind, something's on their head. Some fear has been triggered. And as their long-term partner, you need to sit them down and say, hey, let's go spend the day together. Let's get this off your chest. If you are in a new relationship, or if you're searching for somebody new, the Queen of Cups represents self-worth, self-care, self-evaluation, self-commitment. Okay, so this is telling me to tell you, if you want to meet somebody new, you have to love yourself and be committed to yourself and to your goals before that type of an energy will come into your life. Okay, so this is just telling you, this is a recheck for you. If you're looking for somebody new, it's talking about you making sure that you are at your highest vibration to bring in that higher vibration. Because if you're doubting yourself, if your confidence is low, if you're not feeling 100%, if you haven't lost that 10 pounds, if you haven't put on that new outfit that you want to, you're going to attract somebody who has that equal vibration. Point of it, and trying to learn to get past it. Don't want my same vibration, want a higher vibration. It's time to level yourself up. This is also saying that if you're in a new relationship, somebody you just started dating, guy or girl, you guys may take a trip by the sea, by a lake, by water. That'll be a good romantic experience for you.
And again, blue. But I want you to know, you don't have to always blab out everything about you. I want you to keep some things to yourself and use some selenite. Clear your space, clear it. Keep things to yourself. It's okay to do that. So let's go on to career.
I pulled out 2 cards. They stuck together with the Rider-Waite, 3 of Wands, and I just got to see if my eyes are facing my 8 of Pentacles. Keeping it raw, keeping it real. Again, this is the second card I've gotten for travel for work, or you may travel overseas for work. You may get a job or a project that includes travel, and you're going to be super passionate about it. You are walking into the sun. I mean, there's no better place than literally walking into the sun of clarity, commitment. So I'm very excited about this. There's a new job opportunity for you. He's looking out over the horizon. And the reason why you've got the Eight of Pentacles, you worked your ass off to get here. Don't minimize how you got this position. Don't minimize how you got this new job, or don't minimize how they're expanding you to travel and represent the company worldwide. You have worked your ass off, and your time is now because you've earned this. It's a beautiful.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Libra. And when I look at this beautiful moon card, it is telling me that you're being called to listen to that inner voice and that inner guidance, not listen to someone else. This is your time. It's okay to keep some stuff to yourself. Just be who you are, but don't spill everything about who you are. Virgo.
Interesting card for you, Virgo, for love. We got the Five of Wands. I'm going to go real close. Look at the faces on these dragonflies. They're pissed. The Five of Wands is always my card of inner conflict. It's what I call the Civil War card, the Civil War card amongst yourself. Your head versus heart. I mean, maybe this person looks great on the resume and that you should be dating them because it's everything that you were supposed to be with, the lawyer, the doctor. We're not trying to put any of that down, but I'm saying maybe the person on the resume is better than the person that you connect with. And your heart knows that you're not falling in love, that you're not really getting into it, but yet you still continuously go on this relationship because on paper they look good. In career, they look good. Your head and your heart, I mean, at the end of the day, if there's not love there, you need to walk away. This is also my card in relationships. A little bit opposite. If you're in love, stick up for yourself. This is my inner war card of your parents or your siblings or your family members or your closer friends trying to tell you some grief about the person that you're dating because they don't know them, they don't have the feelings you feel for them, they don't have the connection, but they're kind of pulling you away, trying to paint a picture that this person is not for you. And those are the closest people around you. It's because, again, they have in their own mind a particular resume of what they want to see you with. Okay, but at the end of the day, you need to go home with this person, wake up with this person, and you need to be in love. So bottom line is don't give a shit what anyone else thinks.
I agree. I absolutely agree because Virgo, the moon indicates a time of uncertainty to begin with, right, Michele?
The moon is all about going outside, and when you see the moon, for that moment, you look at the illuminating, I call her Her Majesty, and you don't see things realistic because there's 90% that's in the dark that you don't see happening. So the moon to me is a dichotomy card. It is beautiful. It is what gives us our power. It's what gives us our strength. It what brings our subconscious to the surface. It brings our inner soul. Your moon sign is more important sometimes than your sun sign because it's really what you feel on the inside about yourself and about the people. Okay. But at the same day, it causes that conflict. And that's what this card is all about. It's about conflict. But I'm getting this conflict as the people around you, not yours. So I have two different, drastically different stories for love for this sign. So put yourself where it fits. Not all readings are meant for everybody. Put it where it fits, throw the rest away.
And Sandra, she's a Virgo. She says she's working on change in a personal life. So let's pull another card for her love. While you do that, I want to talk about, you need to listen to that inner guidance system, that GPS that spirit gives you. You need to listen to it. This is a time where all of this person's fallacies, who they really are, is going to be illuminated. So I want you to trust your intuition so you can see beyond what is in front of you. Very, very important. And that's part of the healing, but feel it. Feel the situation rather than thinking about what it means. Feel it because you'll never be misled. So let's answer some more of Sandra. Thank you for showing up every week, Sandra. We surely appreciate you. Here's some more stuff from Michele. Oh my God, look at that card.
You can't get better than this. Sandra, I don't know your situation, but if you're looking for new love, the universe is going to bring it to you. Okay? But I pulled the second card. You need to see this. It's definitely somebody that you're not used to. It's definitely somebody that is not your typical type. So this is trying to tell you to look at the gift that the universe is putting right in front of your face and not look down at the 3 old cups, looking at the old people that have been in your life and what your prototype used to be. The universe is now with 2 cards here, 2 separate decks, is handing you a golden love opportunity. And you see this guy, he's staring down. He's not looking at what the universe is right in front. Again, the Ace of Cups is the universe divinely bringing you someone. I have no idea what your situation is. I don't know idea if you work at home and if you're in isolation, or if you work out in the real world and there's an opportunity. I'm going to take a 3rd card for you. You know what?
And changing. Oh yes. Changing your personal life. Look at this. And the man is contemplating on not what is right for him, but contemplating on something that's beyond him in the physical human existence. And that's not what you want to contemplate on. You want to feel it. You want to know it. What is for your highest and best, right? And then that extra card is so perfect for you, Sandra, right now. Virgo. Look at that.
It's keeping you up at night. Someone's going to walk right in front of you and you're not going to look twice at them because if you typically like somebody that looks a certain way, this person isn't going to look a certain way. So it's telling you to give all of the choices an opportunity. Get to know people. I mean, you never know. And if it doesn't turn out to be a romantic experience, it could turn out to be a friend or a client or a colleague or somebody that you will connect with later on down. But these are beautiful cards for somebody who wants new love. Just you got to make sure to keep your eyes wide open.
Yeah, and the current love, look at that, the swords. The current love is not for you. You already know this. It's keeping you up at night. You already know this.
We are
2 swords.
Well, we're on to Virgo career.
Well, wait one more second because I want to give Sandra, because she shows up for us every week, a little bit more information, a deeper knowing. Look at the moon. Really, people? Look at the full moon. Look at the owl on top and the illumination behind the owl. You really need to trust your inner instincts on this person that you're currently with. We don't need it to keep you up at night anymore. I just feel like you have all of this weight hanging over your head. Look at the Wands card. Wands represent what, Michele?
Wands represent passion. Wands represent action. Passion and action. And sometimes when we get wands in reverse, sometimes when we get wands in the other way, it talks about not moving forward, expecting things to change because they should change. Well, should doesn't matter. You have to have action to change. I wanted to pull this up because this was your bonus card, Sandra, and it's just about, this is a tough card. This is sleepless nights. This is communication and intellect hanging over your head, keeping you up at night, going over the same scenarios over and over and trying to find a different outcome. But you know what this card also is on a different side? Divine is trying to give you divine intervention and you're not letting it. So it's trying to come into you through your sleep to give you some intellect, some insight, some wisdom, and you're blocking it. So it's time to not block it, because whatever's going on in your personal life, I mean, these are beautiful cards. I mean, if you're with somebody existing and it's not working out, understand that if you choose to detach and to move forward, something is most definitely coming your way if you allow it. This is a card of blocking the universe, trying to give you dreams, trying to give you symbolism, trying to give you a pathway out. This is sleepless nights. This is a tough card. This is anxiety. This is depression. And if there's anyone in your life currently right now that's causing you anxiety or depression, sweetheart, life is too short.
Life is very short. And I want to invite you, Sandra, to my event tonight. Email me, rainyday@spiritacademy.net. It's the Third Eye Viewing Theater, to where you can go in with the full moon, and let's look at what Spirit is guiding you to do, because this is a tough decision. And grab some obsidian, ground yourself so that you can really, really understand the next step and what's right for you. Let's go to career.
Got the Two of Swords in reverse. Right, in the upright, this is having a very hard time making a decision. It's the woman in the Rider-Waite that has the blindfold on and the tumultuous waters are behind her. You got the card in career in the reverse. That tells me you're ready to make a decision. So whether or not you're being pulled between 2 job opportunities, you have done the research, stand up for your inner thoughts and your inner heart, and you know the job that's best for you for short and long term. It's time for you to take that. If you are an employer, you're torn between 2 different candidates for the job and you're leaning towards one for the decision. And I just got a very strong yes from Spirit. Whoever you're leaning for, the one that has more checklists is the person you should hire for this particular position.
And here's another thing. I want you to quit checking the boxes, those to-do lists, because it's keeping away from the present moment and making those decisions that are right for you. So Virgo, I hope this helped. Sandra, God bless you. Thank you for joining us. Let's go to Leo. Leo love.
All right, Leo, don't shoot the messenger. We got the Seven of Swords. Tough card. No two ways. Seven of Swords is my liar, cheater, stealer, betrayer card. It doesn't have to go that deep. Okay, if you're in an existing relationship and you want to know if your spouse is hiding something, it doesn't always have to be hiding something traumatic like monetary stealing or infidelity. They could just be hiding their feelings right now, but they're definitely holding something back, and you feel that there's something in omission within your relationship. Okay, if so, ask questions. Just don't sit back, ask questions. Swords are all about intellect and communication. So if you feel that there's something off with your spouse, there is something off with your spouse. It could have nothing to do with you. It could just be an asshole at work gave him or her a day. But the truth is, you feel that they're holding something back from you, and that's never a good place in a relationship. If you are in a new relationship and you're just starting dating, ask questions, because this person is not coming clean. Whenever I get this card on new dating, I have to think, are they still married? Are they still involved? Are they still emotionally tied into someone? You don't have to be married. If your mind's on someone, you're into someone. So you have to ask questions. Sorry about this, Leo. It's a tough read for the love card. The Seven of Swords is a warning card, but it's also designed to throw things down on the table so we see things realistically. And I got to keep it real.
And look at the yellow, solar plexus, trust your gut. Go in and listen to that inner guidance, that inner psychic GPS. It's funny because I was just shuffling cards and two came out, round and round. This is not necessarily a good round and round. It feels like I'm stuck in a consistent, constant circle of not feeling loved, not feeling nurtured, not feeling it when it comes to this partner. And so funny, chop wood. Time to sweep out the old. I mean, you can't make this up. Time to get rid of the old, chop the wood. It's a broom. And look at the entrance of a door. There's so much waiting for you on the other side. You just need to sweep it away.
Rainey, I can't see from the monitor. Can you pull up the sweeping card really fast? And can you count how many flags are above the broom?
So there are 3, 6, 7, seven flags.
And Seven of Swords, Seven of.
No, you can't make this shit up.
Well, that's what I saw, but I couldn't really see with the lighting here. It's Seven of Swords and 7 flags. And that means, different. It means that there's something being hidden behind the scenes. It really does. And something's being swept under the table, or something's being swept under the rug in her card and my card. And like I said, it doesn't have to be dramatic. It doesn't have to always be cheating or lying, but what it is your spouse is or your significant other, the person that you're dating right now, is absolutely holding something back from you right now for fear that maybe you'll get angry or pissed. Whatever it is, you got 2 7s back to back here, and I can't let that go under the rug. I can't do it.
Use some citrine and golden healer. Shout out to Sage Bees and Crystals. She's having a story sale right now. I don't get anything from her. I just love and support her because she's a great small women-owned business, and her crystals are incredible, and the value is amazing. But she's got some golden healer on her story sale that would really help you right now. I just think that you need to be in a more nurturing relationship. So let's go on, Scorpio, to career.
No, we are on Leo for career.
I'm sorry, Leo.
Leo for career. And I pulled up the 5 of Pentacles, and I pulled up a second card, the Ace of Swords. So I wanted to clarify that 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles means impoverished. In the world of career, you're not being paid what your worth is, and you know it, and you put up with it for a long time because we all need a job, we all need stability, we all need that paycheck to pay the bills. But you realize and recognize you are pulling your weight 10 times more. This is not an equal to give and take in your job opportunity. So you have 2 choices. You go into your supervisor and you say, look, I'm doing this. My value for this company is worth more. Okay. You have the guts and the courage to say and stick up for yourself and say, I'm being disvalued for what I bring to the table. Okay. That's one way to approach it. The other approach is that you've got the Ace of Swords. You have a new job right around the corner. So if you want to bypass that conversation, if you really are fed up with the fact that you have not been valued in your workplace, I have a feeling I'm reading for a Leo that has been in a very long-term job, a long time. that you have elevated, that what you started your job off with 1, 2, 3, 5, 7 tasks, and now you're running several departments and you have not gotten the recognition physically with a title change or with the money, and you're fed up. So you either go in and spill your beans because you have a right to get that off your chest. And trust me, when you hold in and harbor those resentments on the inside, that causes sickness. And I want you to release that by going in and speaking your mind. Or the truth of the matter is, you got a new job waiting for you right around the corner. Okay, so do not quit your job because a tarot card reader pulled out a couple of cards. I'm using my legal disclaimer, but the cards don't lie. I just want to shoot that out to you right now, that there's a potential new position. You see the owl. Owl is all about judgment to me. Owl is all about wisdom. It's going to be a new job that really values who you are, your expertise, and what you bring to the table.
I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. Chop that wood. Chop that wood. And the energy surrounding this is really let go of your conscious mental blocks or that negative self-talk that we do to ourselves. Allow your intuition to be your guide. And I'm mad as hell. I'm not going to take it anymore. You know, don't jump off the ship. Think about it. Like she said, legal disclaimer, my legal guide's like hitting me on the back of the head. But really, what you fear, you bring to yourself. You're good, and you do have another job waiting right around the corner. So let's go into Gemini. Now, Gemini's been on my mind a lot this week.
We're Cancer. Do you want to skip Cancer and go to Gemini?
No, sorry. Cancer. I'm just so excited for Gemini that I just can't even contain it. Okay. Cancer.
This flew out like this, so I got to read it like it did. Okay, I got to read. We're talking love, King of Swords, that came out on it sideways. Your relationship is sideways right now. You know it. Stop faking it. Somebody's lying. Again, swords are all about intellect and lying. Got to keep it real, Cancer. I've got to keep it real. And I pulled the second card down and I got the Hangman, because you know things are not right in your existing relationship. Okay, this is all about an existing relationship, at least somebody that you've been with 2 years. There have been some mistruths and you don't feel that you guys are on the same journey. Okay, and you're getting that divinely from the birds that are in the background behind this, saying that this is not the person you're supposed to be with. And once you kind of felt that, once you finally connected to that, you started seeing the signs of why this person isn't. Now, we all get complacent. We all like, can't move, we can't change, this is how it is. We have kids, or we have blended kids, or whatever your situation is, Spirit is coming down on you to tell you that this is not the right place for you to be. Okay, Hangman, one of the deepest cards in the deck. It represents Pisces, it represents Virgo. Your significant other doesn't have to be that, could be in their chart. The Hangman is so deep on so many different levels. Number one, it's because you're taking yourself out of the existing situation. You finally decided to say, I need a moment of pause. And you've decided to hang yourself upside down, proverbially, so that you could see things from a different perspective. And you are in deep discussions with yourself about furthering this relationship. I have a feeling that this is not somebody you've been with for a couple of months. This is somebody that there have been a lot of risks to be taken, a lot of sacrifices, a lot of time, effort, but you are realizing truly that you are trying to put a square peg in a round hole. And you're looking for your future. And you know what? Sometimes getting the balls to get out of something now for your future is a really tough thing to do. But to get these two cards back to back, it's time for you to do some very deep contemplation about what you want and what you want for your long-term, Cancer. Got to keep it real.
Keep those cards up, because they're also showing that it may not be just a love interest, Cancer. It may be family relationships. And when I see a frog, frogs have always, my grandmother always told me, are a sign of warning and a sign of death. And we don't mean that somebody's going to die, but what we mean is that it has to be the death of something in order to get something new growth, new life to come in. So it might be, no, it is the death of a relationship. And it could be a family relationship, or the way that you are. It doesn't mean that you're going to get rid of them, but it means how you deal with this family dynamic. You don't have to do this anymore, Cancer. You know, it's time to speak up.
Heavy read, Cancer. We're going into
career.
And I got the 5 of Cups. Sorry, Cancer, you get the tough read of the week. Keeping it real. We're heading right into this moon right now. You are the child of the moon. You're going through some emotional stuff right now. The moon's going to be full. It's an amazing time to release as Rainey always says, to write and release and get it off your chest. But Cancer, it's going to be a tough 72 hours for you because the moon goes right into your subconscious because you are the moon child and it is the planet of Cancer. But you feel a sense of lack in the workplace. Now, this could be a couple of different things. You could have made the wrong choice with a job and now you regret it. I'm feeling that there was an incident. I'm feeling that this was a one-up. There was a screw up in the job. Either something I do not know what we're reading for a bunch of people, Cancer. Maybe you screwed up. Maybe you did the wrong presentation at the wrong time. Maybe the numbers in your presentation were not completely 100% validated. Maybe if you were in banking, I'm seeing a dyslexia, transposing of numbers, that you took more money out of someone's account than you should have. There was an absolute screw up and you were the absolute one that did the screw up. The truth of the matter is you will own up to it. You will be human and say, I made this mistake. I did not research this as best as I should have. I thought that this was one way. I made a wrong intuitional decision. And your boss doesn't have to be a guy, it can be a girl, it could be anybody. Your boss is going to really take in accountability that typically you're a very structured person. Typically you're somebody in the workplace that we rely upon, and the boss is going to be okay, not happy, not pleased, but you're going to get through this in your job and you're going to move forward. You know, your boss, this is one of my even-keeled bosses in the deck. You know, he is double-fisted. So we do talk about this card sometimes as being the drinker when it's in the reverse, but in the upright, this is a fair and balanced emotionally to, you know, if you're going through something in your personal life, Cancer, if you're distracted due to kids or sickness in your house or something going on, or your home being foreclosed or something drastic, because this was a fuck up. And I don't know how else to say it. This was a mess up. And they're not typically used to you being that person who does that. The boss is going to let it slide, but the boss is definitely going to want to have a conversation with you about it. Weird.
I love those cards because what it's telling me too is that there's someone else who's putting a lot of pressure and fear on you, even though this boss up here understands, but is going to really keep you accountable, which is okay. But then there's this other person who is kind of putting a lot more pressure and fear that may have caused you to miss those things that you normally wouldn't. And what I love about the moon card is indicating you've been dealing with a lot of fear and anxiety in this job, and it's a lot of illusions. It's time to really rethink because you have some negative influences, or in the past, it could even be a job in the past that's stopping you from moving forward now. This is almost like a knee-jerk PTSD reaction that is causing you not to live in fear. It's a negative influence. And these energies are going to start subsiding because I want you to work through these fears and anxieties, understanding the impact that it had on your life. And you can free yourself from those limiting beliefs. And this particular, Michelle, you're right on. This particular incident is not your story and does not define who you are.
It doesn't pull up the card again, Rainey, so I can show. You know, the other, I'm sorry, you used the other one on this particular read. There we go. You see that there are two towers upright with the moon in between the two towers. I think this screw up and the boss talking to you about this screw up saved you from truly losing your job. If you would have gone and continued along this path, there would have been complete destruction. And the fact that we have the moon card with the tower still upright and the moon between two towers, I think this situation becomes a wake-up call for you. And so heed this as a warning and as a good reading to get yourself a little bit more grounded, because I think that this situation will stop you from having a further worse situation that really could cost you your job.
And I look at this as a liberating and a transformational defining moment in your life. This is one of those moments that you're going to look back on and you're going to learn this is a life lesson. So it's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's transformational. I love it. Let's go to Gemini love.
Pull two out of the golden. Wild. Gemini love. Knight of Wands. Then I pulled out the Devil, which to me in tarot does not symbolize Gemini, but to me it does, because we got in this particular card we have two people chained to each other. Okay, the Devil twins. The Knight of Wands, in and out, one night stand, affair. This is love. This is love. This is passion. Okay, but this is also diving into a work. You know, I know I'm in the love portion of our read, but I think I'm going to combine these two. This is diving into a passionate new beginning, okay? And without fear, without forecasting. You just love this, you love this job, you love this career, you love this person, and you don't give a rat's ass about the consequences tomorrow. You're going for it. There's something very empowering about allowing yourself to do that. There's something very empowering about letting passion lead the way. Okay, but then we have the devil. So I got to keep it raw and I got to keep it real. Make sure you're doing this for the right reason. Make sure you are moving forward in this relationship because the feelings are there for you. Make sure that you're not moving forward in this relationship to make someone else jealous, because that's bad all the way around when you play somebody else. This is rushing in. This is an overnight. This is a one night stand. This is dating somebody immediately, posting them online like they've been your long lost love for 100 years. Make sure you're doing it because it's your passion. It's what you want to do. And it's because you really have feelings. Make sure you're not doing this because you're trying to make somebody else jealous. And I'm flipping to the work side of this as well. Okay, make sure if you dive into something passionate, it's good for your greater good, not just for the moment. The devil's all about temptation, okay? This, because we live in Vegas, I got to keep it real. This is putting $1,000 on red and spinning that roulette wheel. This is my gambling combo. This is gambling too much. This is overindulging in gambling. Okay, this is just one of these combos that for me is an intuitive tarot reading, because where we live, one thing to go out and spit out 40 bucks in a video poker machine. It's another thing to spit out 4,000. Watch yourself. Watch yourself with your temptation. Okay, one drink leads to another. $100 bill in a video poker machine leads to another. Okay, this also, keeping it real, Gemini, is sexual promiscuity. Okay, let's make sure that we just don't go on a rampage and you think a little bit clearly. So sorry, I mean, Gemini, you came in saying Gemini, 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 and here's the cards I pull out.
For me, this is career and love, because Venus is moving into your home life right now. And I want you to know that the pull of the moon and Venus together right now encourages you to move way too fast. Do not in love, do not in career. You know, if you keep insisting on this potential relationship, that it's true love when it's just not, don't move too fast. Even the job, I think this is both career and job, Michelle. That devil, you really got to pay attention. This is not moving too fast. Don't do those knee-jerk reactions. Don't tell everybody you're in love because you might not be. Don't tell everybody you got this job because you may not have got that job, but it's a good thing because that job really isn't for you.
I'm taking a picture of us right now because I want to see those cards later so I can really, I'm taking a picture of us.
Take another picture.
There we go. Because I really want to do this. But the truth of the matter is, the devil card is also about unleashing your vulnerability, you know, and we have a primal side of just wanting the world. And I think you said this in a different reading earlier today, Rainey, that sometimes it's okay to hold yourself back a little bit and not share all of your sides with you. You see that they're naked. You see that they are naked and chained, right? Are they naked? I can't see. No, they're not naked in this card. In the other, in the main deck, they are. But they're chained to each other. It's just telling you to just not reveal everything. Keep some things back. Keep some thoughts back. When I get this is sexual promiscuity. So I'm just keeping it raw and keeping it real.
And keep it out of the workplace.
And sexual promiscuity could leave you with a present that you don't want to be left with.
Do not date anybody at your job either. Caution, 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 Gemini. This is a beautiful moment for you. Venus is coming in, the full moon. Use it to your greatest ability. Taurus, romance. For me, Taurus is on fire in the romance department. I hope you pull that card.
Well, we got a King of Swords. So if you are looking for new love, it's coming in, and this is somebody so congenial. This is a soulmate. This is the King of Swords. Bright, smart, articulate, really witty. Really, this is my card of humor. This is somebody that makes you laugh coming into your world. So if you are in an existing relationship, it's telling me that you guys need to bring that laughter and that jovial back into your relationship and that you will be good. I love the King of Swords. I was just talking about that with the Alan Parsons Project. They have a musical song that's just music, no lyrics, no singing. That's such on fire, and it makes you feel so good. This is the feel-good card in love, okay? It's also telling me to tell you to try new things. The King of Swords is all about cutting through the crap. cutting through the mundane to something new. So it's telling me that it's time for you to try new things. So if you're looking for new love, online dating, whatever, go to a new place. Go hang out someplace that you're not used to going to. Go check out something new. It's telling you when you bring in the new, the mundane gets cut free.
And I love it because it's for the next 30 days. So when they tell me a month from this day forward, romance is in the air for you the next full month. New life is being breathed into you. This is all about new love, new excitement. And you're talking about that Alan Parsons song. I got to find that song because I have meditated to that song. And can I tell you, it brings up so much imagery, so much guidance, so much inner work, and it allows me to breathe in new life. And that's what the full moon is all about. It's a culmination of things letting go and going into the light. I want you to go into the light, Taurus. Let's go to...
Cut that card. This, I just pulled this for career. The Fool. So we're talking, she pulled new life and I pulled the Fool, and we're talking career now. This new job, this new adventure, this new entrepreneur, this new business partnership, this new lease on an old job that you've been doing for 25 years is so exciting. You're going to feel like a whole new person. The Fool is all about jumping off the cliff and not looking down, because you know divine spirit is going to guide you to exactly where you need to be. And when we get the Fool card, which is surrounded by the sun, which is clarity, this is a new job, a new career. This is being recognized within your career on a whole new level. This is, I mean, it couldn't be better. And then you pull out new life.
It's as if she is waking up for the first time and breathing air for the first time. So I hope, Taurus, that you take this advice and just breathe, because this is exciting. This is exciting for your career. I don't care if you've been there 25 years. This is exciting.
You know what's
Let's go on.
This
Huh?
is really fast. I know we're running out of time, but if you look at the Fool, he or she, we don't know. It's one of the only cards in the deck that's pangender for sure. But it's carrying a small, tiny bag. In representative of this card, it's leaving the material life behind, leaving the big home and the cars and the financial need to be financially super person, to be recognized. You're leaving it all behind. And I have a feeling because you didn't bring up money in the workplace, you're getting showered with it. I think that that's the beautiful thing. I just have to keep that real.
I love that. So let's talk about Aries, because I'm so in Aries. I've been told, Aries, because the last few months we don't ask for help, and we always give. It's time to let go, let God, and it's time to take care of yourself. Do some self-love. What do you have in the love department?
Well, we pulled the Empress. So this is the Queen of all queens. This is the Empress. She, in the world of love, the Empress is the one who knows you do not chase. You allow to happen to you. So like you were saying, Rainey, on the giving, being the outpour, it's time to set back and sit on the throne and allow things to come. The Empress receives. The Empress has evaluated herself to such a high state that things come to her. And in love, stop chasing, stop being the one that's pursuing, stop being the one that's I don't know online dating. I don't know if you swipe left, right, up and down. But the truth is, stop being the pursuer and step back and allow the universe to do its magical mystery tour and bring who's supposed to come into your life. That doesn't mean lock yourself in your kitchen and not leave. Go about your everyday life. But if you're the first person that says good morning, see it by not saying good morning. See if that person you see in the grocery store says good morning to you. The Empress is a very tricky card. You can't tell within this particular deck. You can tell very much in the Rider-Waite deck. So I'm kind of just looking to see if I can catch it.
While you're looking for that, for me, the energy surrounding this card is that inner guidance, that higher level of understanding, because that's what this Empress has. Empress has that higher guidance, that higher consciousness. And when you look, I want you to take the road, get out of your subconscious mind and consciously start going down the path to that higher guidance, and use your judgment. It will help you interpret the messages of the subconscious, because that will always lead you on your truest path. Always.
That card. I couldn't agree with you more. Oh, here it is. I found it. I just want to show you the same card in the Rider-Waite. Starbucks built their entire brand off of the Empress. The logo is the Empress. No one has ever told me that. I have not read that. I intuitively feel that way. It is a full-figured woman. It is pointing an orb to the sky with a crown with the several points. That's the same exact Starbucks logo that they've used forever. You can see that she's pregnant. So this is a card of pregnancy. So if you're in a relationship and you want to get pregnant, this could be a good time. If you don't want to get pregnant, this is a warning. This could be somebody that you love around you getting pregnant. This doesn't have to be you. But as far as the world of being the Empress, she's pregnant with ideas. This is the card of complete entrepreneurism, but not only entrepreneurism in the world of career and money, she continuously reinvents herself or himself. This is the card of reinventing yourself to become your higher being. But I love the Empress. You see her sitting back in the throne because she's reached a place where things come to her. She doesn't outreach. So that's just what's going on in the world of love, and we can dive into career.
But that also has to do with career for me, because I want you to take out your amethyst. I've been working a lot with amethyst the last week and working on my third eye so that I can see that level of higher consciousness, so that I can connect with the universe, who is, for me, when I see an Empress, they're almost all knowing. They're who I go to for that, like that sage of wisdom, that oracle. And you can be that yourself. So let's talk on career.
Well, I'm pulling up the Empress to keep it because the Empress is the birth of ideas and the birth of entrepreneurism. And then we get the Six of Wands, which is complete victory. It is media recognition, social media recognition. It is winning the prize. It is crossing the finish line. So when we combine that with the Empress in the career, this can be a better week or a better kickoff for you. Go for that idea, go for that entrepreneur, go for that promotion, go for that new job. You become victorious 100%. You cross the finish line as the winner. And not only that, you're revealed as the Empress of somebody that's extremely valued. In the world of entrepreneur, again, don't shoot the tarot card and don't listen to me for your investments, but invest. It's saying yes. Legally, I can't tell you that. The cards are telling you that. But the truth of the matter is, this is all about entrepreneurism. And if you're not, if you work for another company, if you work for somebody else, that doesn't mean you can't allow your creativity and your entrepreneurialism to shine within that. They could recognize you with a promotion, more money, or recognition. This is the card all about recognition.
Hold those up, because on my coffee with a psychic this morning, I talked about selfishness towards self. We've been imposed with the fact, because we're women, and men get this too, because you're the head of the household. You know what? I want you to do things more for yourself. That's that self-care I'm talking about. And imagine is the card that I pulled. I love this card. And look, the moon, the moon. So tell me about the Beatles' Imagine and how you resonate with that, because that's just totally appropriate right now for Aries.
You know, it was the breakout John Lennon Imagine song as a single solo practitioner of the Beatles. I mean, who doesn't understand that Imagine to me is the fool? Imagine to me is letting go, letting God. Imagine to me is as above, so below, of allowing greater source to guide you. Imagine is the greatest John Lennon Beatles song ever written. We all connect with it, but the truth of the matter is that Imagine is the ultimate song of not blockage. It is allowing yourself to let go of your past, break free from resistance, break free from what's blocking you, and to move forward into the future, because you will never know what's into the future unless you allow yourself to step forward into that future. And that's all about the Fool.
And that's what this stepping up, full moon, illumination, traveling up to your higher self so that you can imagine all the possibilities. You know, the universe, if you allow yourself, this is another thing I talked about this morning, if you allow yourself to be guided by your human existence, you're always going to be fighting. You're always going to be going on the uphill climb. You're always going to think sometimes that the world is against you. But when you give it to God, or whatever, I use God as a term, when you give it to the universe, that higher self, that higher power, that inner guidance, and you allow yourself to be guided by the light, imagine all the possibilities that the universe will unfold for you if you would just release and surrender, be present, be in the moment. You know, Michele, I think these readings this week were incredible, spot on. please, guys, continue to subscribe, hit that little bell, follow Michele on Signs of Tarot. My name is Rainey with spiritacademy.net. This is really, I think, a defining moment. We're halfway through the year, and it's going to set you up for success the rest of the year. I think we had some incredible messages this week.
It was an incredible week. Remember, guys, the full moon is on Friday. Write down your intentions and release. It's time to release on a full moon. Let that shit go. Just let the things that are holding you back go. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. You've got to allow that fear to subside. It's going to be a beautiful Friday. I have great excitement for this particular moon. It is the buck moon. The little antlers are coming out of the buck's heads. That means it's a rite of passage for all of us. We're changing, we're evolving, and that's a beautiful thing. Thank you, Rainey, for such an incredible week, and your wisdom and your insights are always amazing. You have so many things going on. Your coffee with a psychic, your pajama party. We have so much going on. Make sure you check out her website because she has a lot going on all of the time.
I love you.
I love you too. All right. You guys have a beautiful week.
Before we leave, I have something that came through when Psychic Pajama Party and I are doing a full moon thing on the 23rd. We're going to post it. But I want to share this with you real quick before we go. The sun sees your body, but the moon sees your soul. And I want to leave you guys on that. And I want, Michele, where can we find you? Because you're the most incredible, intuitive tarot card reader. You tell it like it is. Where can they find you? Book a reading with her. She's magnificent.
www.thesignsoftarot.com. It shows everything on my website and also my YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/thesignsoftarot. It's all one word, The Signs of Tarot on YouTube. Rainey, it's always an honor. I'm really happy we changed the time to noon. I think that we're getting more viewers, and I think we're getting our messages out more, and I think it's fantastic. You guys all have a beautiful full moon on.
Oh, Mona, can we plug Mona real quick?
Always plug Mona.
We have to, because I guess I'm going to be there.
You are going to be there. You are. I'm very excited you're going to be there.
I'm excited too.
October 27th, Mystic Mona, the godmother of tarot here in Las Vegas. She has really set the standard for the last 30 years for all of us here. She really created and helped push forward getting the psychic arts license for those of us who are registered as a psychic artist. It's better to connect with somebody who is licensed as a psychic artist. Mona has always been a big proponent, but Mona is a philanthropist, and Help of Southern Nevada is the charity of her choice. Every year she does the Night of the Witches over, and it's open to the public. You don't have to be a witch, but it's really fun for the entire metaphysical community and all of our friends to come out. She always does an amazing raffle, an amazing drawing. I was very fortunate to win the diamond necklace out of drawing it out, and the diamond necklace, I'm not wearing it tonight, was a heart replica of Bewitched, of Samantha's Bewitched necklace, and I won that last year.
A diamond. You set your intention that you were going to win it, and you did.
And I won, and I walked in, I said, Mona, I'm winning this. She's like, I hope you do. And she pulled out my name. It was like crazy. But anyway, the Night of the Witches is just a really fun night. It's at Grape Street in downtown Summerlin. I believe it starts at 6 o'clock. She does have a website called The Night of the Witches. Go ahead and take a look and check her out too. Mystic Mona is our godmother in the tarot world. I learned so much from her. She's always put her arm around me and has embraced my tarot journey. But anyway, I'd like to see you guys out. It's a benefit for Help of Southern Nevada, and it's a lot of fun. And it's a Grape Street, and there's a lot of great wine.
Mystic Mona, fantastic. Michele, God bless you. Signs of Tarot. Everybody, thank you again. We'll see you next Tuesday, 12 p.m. God bless. Love you.